Good morning, everyone. We have an interesting video for you today. We are going to introduce one of our horses and also do a really brief clipping video. Here we go.
Hi, this is Shilo. This is new to Shilo, so we're going to see how this works. Something that I always do when I have a new horse and I'm trying to teach them new things is I introduce them to it. Horses love to smell things. They like to feel things. So with the clippers, I'm going to take them all the way around her ears. I'm going to rub the clippers, they're not on, and I'm just going to rub them inside her ears and on her bridle path and over here. What I'm doing is, we call it desensitizing. Everybody does it. Everyone in the equestrian community that doesn't want to fall off their horse tries to do it regularly. I'm going to clip down here too in her throat latch area because it's a little fuzzy. So she doesn't seem to have much issue here. She seems to be pretty calm, which is a nice quarter horse characteristic, isn't it? And I'm going to now do the same thing, sort of, but I'm going to turn it on, okay? It has a little noise and it does produce a little heat. My recommendation for your clipper is an Oster. I like a clipper that fits my hand. As you can see, my hand's small. This is an Oster A5. They're a little pricey. I have had this for almost 10 years and it has not gotten messed up, and that's good because I've clipped a lot of horses. So here it goes on. Here you go, baby. You can see that horrible reaction. She's kind of calm. So I'm just going to start with the muzzle because she can smell it and she's being very accepting. You notice I clip upwards against the hair. I must tell you, the times are changing a little bit. We're starting to think it isn't good to clip a horse's muzzle, but when you show, they still require it. And because Shilo is on the state's drill team, the Florida State drill team, she has to be clipped. They all have to look the same. Because when they have their muzzle hair, they can feel it helps them in many ways. But we're going to clip it off because she's got states coming up, so that's what's happening. I clip under here too. You can see the big long hairs. I'm trying not to press real hard. You can see she's a little nervous, but she's very, very helpful. She's not getting upset. I also don't take a lot of time. I do things pretty quickly so that they're not stressing out. Because I'm on this side, I'm going to go ahead and begin the ear. I always turn my ear a little out so I can see that line and it'll come down really nicely. If she pulls away, I take the clipper away because I don't want to gouge her and I also don't want to mess up. I don't know how to glue hair back on. We would try. I know Becky and I would definitely try.
True story.
But you see, I push it out. You guys see how I'm doing that? That way I can see what I'm doing because I'm a little older now and my eyes are changing, but I can see what I'm doing and I can get down inside that little well in there and it cleans it up very nicely. And I just go ahead, and the ears are kind of rubbery and they'll bend, but some horses don't like to bend them. So you may want to start a week or so before and try to bend the ears and touch the ears a lot. But that's pretty much it for the ears. She has a little gunk there, so I'm going to clip that off. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to fix it. You see where I have a little lump there? I'm going to just very carefully. Doesn't help if they jerk, but she's being a good girl. She really is. And I got this right here. I've had some horses that'll just go crazy when you turn it on.
And I don't know if this was mentioned, but this is Shilo's first time ever that we know of with the clippers or being around the clippers or seeing the clippers. She's never experienced this with us, at least in the last year and a half.
So I'm now just going to take my little bench here because I'm short. But Shilo isn't a very tall horse, but I like to see because I don't want to over clip up here. I go backwards, easy girl, easy. I go backwards and I just flip it on down, and I don't want to go too long because when you ride Western Pleasure, you only need a very short bridle path, just like that. It does not need to be any longer. And we like a nice long mane with the Western as well, okay? I'm on this side, you see? Because I'm already here and I can see this line really well, I'm gonna come down. The trick here is to not make too large a movement, and also to make sure that the horse understands you're not there to hurt them. I stopped it, you see I shut it off because she started to go forward and backwards. So I'm gonna come back over. She might not have liked that. It's worth a try though. And she doesn't feel threatened. You can see that. She feels good.
Yeah, she has a quiet tail and quiet eyes still.
She's very calm as far as I'm concerned. She tried to clip a thoroughbred. So
yay, quarter horse!
So I'm going to turn this on again because she knows what I'm doing. I'm going to just take it to the outside here. Easy. Easy, baby. Easy, baby. Okay. Being quick with this stuff is good as long as you don't jab them, because that isn't good. She's like, okay, I've had enough of this stuff now. We're done, right? And I'm gonna say, no, not yet, honey. Easy. Good girl. Good. Good. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, my good girl. Yes, you are. I know. It's a weird, weird feeling, isn't it?
Like there's a big bug in my ear.
It's a weird feeling, isn't it, baby? Yeah. She's very tolerant. I'm getting this one actually a little bit better because I'm able to see it good. Okay. Now I kind of like to go on the outside one more time and just make it really crisp, almost it looks like a razor cut, and that's a very nice way. It's a very good look. It just makes those ears look sharp and crisp. I know, sweet thing. I know, you sweet thing. Yes, you are. Now look at your mama. Look at your mama.
Shilo!
Oh, is she happy?
She's like, no.
She's not happy. And this is how you clip a horse for the first time. I hope you have as much luck as we did here at Freedom Riders today. Thanks so much for joining us.